Okay, it's 4 o'clock or so on Saturday, February 1st. We're at the Timonium train show. This is the walk-around video of the Capital Fremo group. We made this up on the fly last night. One of our guys was sick. Actually, several of us have gotten sick coming back from Springfield last week at the train show up there. So we were down one guy and his modules, and a couple of guys they're powering through it because they're on the mend, but they're not fully there yet. Anyway, this is our return loop. This is a double track loop. This is built by the Mussers. This is Jimmy Mussers, one of his freight trains. Jimmy likes to run the big, long freight trains. So this seems like a good place to start. It's also the end of the layout. So we're going to walk around the outside of this now. We're going to film from the outside. By the way, I was not one of the people who got sick. I'm trying to keep it that way. This is the end of the return loop. This is the beginning of Yaron's Bridge. That's us, in case you wanted to know. This would be the Pennsylvania Railroad Port Road branch line running from Harrisburg down to the Chesapeake Bay line near Havre de Grace, Maryland. And this is the bridge, which is, Yaron continues to work on improving it, the underlying structure of it for now. He's trying to simplify the erection and the packaging of it. And he's making significant progress with that. Once he's satisfied, then he'll move on to scenicking it. This is Trap Rock, built by Zach Pavis, I don't know, 5-6 years ago. I think Zach graduates college this year. Out that way is Cheesesteak. We'll circle back to that. This one here is called Pleasant Valley. This is a Chris Gilbert module. And this appears to be some sort of freight unloading house. This is Capital Curve. Remember, Tim was one of the guys that was, actually he wasn't sick, but his wife was. So he's pretty much wrapped around taking care of her, but she's getting better too. This is an ore train of Conrail, hauling raw ore from Philadelphia to Pittsburgh. This is a 2-to-1 module. One track splits into two. This one is called Panic. It was building the Panic a couple of years ago. Since then, it's been scenic. That's Dave Martinelli's locomotive. And there's Dave himself, and along with Chris. This is Brandon. That's Brandon, not Chris. I'll get that right. Anyway, this is Brandon's yard. Which does this have a name yet?
No.
All right.
We're open to suggestions.
All right. There's Tim. This is Tim Browser's freight yard. This is called Drill. It's part of the freight yard complex. This is Brown's yard. I think he's come up with a name for it. I can't remember what it is. We've been building trains here, if we're not building them out on the return loops. This is our duck under. Tim built this. It's awfully convenient. This is Larry's farm. This is, I think, one of Jim Musser's freight trains going through. This is Lacey's Bend. Horses down. Let me get that up. Yeah. That's Matt Picciotto's. His wife is big into horses. So he's designed and built this little horse barn thing for them. There's a horse trailer truck. And we butted it next up to Mathis Creek because that way it kind of looks like they're all part of the same sort of agricultural complex. This feeds into NX Bridge, which is new. And it would go up, except there's a train coming at it. There's a floater in the river. And over on the other side, there's a capsized barge. And here's a bit of an industrial thing. And this is coming out of cheesesteak. I can tell because it's got the empty trash cars for construction debris. And then there's two steel coil cars, followed by some more construction debris cars, and then a lumber load center beam flat. The way we arranged this is that Mathis Creek is going to flow into Scummy River, somewhere that way. So if you're recreationally canoeing on the creek, you stop at the bridge and turn around because it's going to go down to Scummy River. This is riprap. It looks like they may be fixing to change out a rail car here, change out the lumber cars. This one is Edgewood Road. This feeds into a Y where you can go from any one of the arms you can go two different directions. The main line is heading out this way past the Locust Road and then out to return loop number 2, which has a single track exit. The other loop has a double track exit. And this is Jimmy's auto rack train. Jimmy likes running trains. Well, we all do, but Jimmy is notably so. Okay, we're circling around to the Y. Now we're over to NAPCO, which is a representation of parts of Afghanistan. Matt travels the world for his job, and he's developed an appreciation for the railroads of countries overseas in Central Asia. This is Donnelly Industrial Complex. And this one shows up on occasion. More Donnelly. Even more Donnelly. And now this is the next module. This is Altoona Excursions, where they can load up passenger cars and then take people for a ride, hence the excursion part. And Altoona, if you don't know, is a very large railroad town in the middle of Pennsylvania. Smith's Siding, which ends the line is here at the Peekaboo Yard. You can see what's underneath, so it's why it's called Peekaboo. Matt likes the Central Asian loads. So we got an MRAP, and this is I think it's called an HMARS, but it's in service of the Ukrainians. And that's that. Over to here, that was the end of the main line. Over here is Cheesesteak, which is kind of a dead industrial complex. That's kind of a dead end. You go in there and that's all you do is switch this yard. Cold storage warehouse. And every time I see it, there's been more added onto. Part of the Walt Whitman Bridge. And over to here we have construction waste loading and a coal ethanol plant. And that's pretty much our layout. Thanks for your patience in watching this.